In this lesson, we are still talking about comparatives. We are focusing on the comparative form of adjectives. And last class, we talked about comparatives and we said that we use the comparative form of adjectives when we want to compare one thing with another thing or one person with another person. So for instance, you can say, my neighbor's car is more modern than mine. Why more modern? Because this is a long adjective, so we add more. We say more modern. But for short adjectives like nice, we say nicer, cooler, taller. The weather in Tuxtla is nicer than the weather in Cuatza. It's cooler at night than it is during the day. Vanessa is taller than Cindy. This is Vanessa and this is Cindy. So Vanessa is taller, right? But we have some exceptions here. So these words can be used, can be like, you can add er to them, or you can say more. For example, crueler or more cruel, politer or more polite, simpler or more simple. But in my opinion and in my own experience, I can tell you that some of these words are more commonly used one way than the other. For example, crueler might sound a little more correct to some people, or more cruel. So I guess it depends on where you are and whether you want to sound more professional or more casual. Yo te recomendaría que prestes mucha atención, veas muchos videos, leas mucho y prestes atención cómo son utilizadas estas palabras. Así que te tengo aquí una lista. Las que están en medios es porque yo creo que no existe una regla como tal que te diga cuál debes usar. Y es que realmente los nativos dicen lo que quieren decir y hablan como quieren hablar. Entonces, ya sea que digas friendlier, or more friendly, or stupider, or more stupid, both are gonna be fine. Stupider, more stupid. Pero si te soy honesto, sinceramente yo creo que a veces se escucha mejor decir stupider than more stupid. A veces oye, no sé, es más natural decir friendlier than more friendly, at least in American English. Pero ambas, you're gonna hear both ways. Vas a escuchar ambas maneras. Entonces aquí te puse las que en mi opinión son preferidas, las versiones más preferidas, por ejemplo, simple, simpler, aunque también puede ser more simple. Yo creo que igual esa podría ser una manera preferida para otras personas. I don't know, so both ways are correct. Pero ambas maneras son aceptadas. Narrow, que significa angosto. You can say narrower or more narrow. Pero definitivamente, en mi opinión, se oye más natural decir more pleasant que pleasanter. More common que decir commoner. Y more handsome que decir handsomer. Okay? But both ways are accepted. For example, Liam Hemsworth is more handsome than his brother. Or you can also say Liam Hemsworth is handsomer than his brother. Both ways are accepted and correct. But once again, I think it's more common to hear people say more handsome. Okay, but that's just my opinion. Jack is friendlier than his sister. Esta manera se oye más correcta porque es la que sigue la regla a la que estamos acostumbrados. Jack is friendlier than his sister. Pero igual vas a escuchar Jack is more friendly than his sister. Probablemente de una manera más casual la gente va a decir more friendly. And let me show you some examples here. Okay, so I have some examples here. So we have, you can look up, you can find many videos where people say stupider or more stupid. So let's take a look at some of them.
Our machines get smarter and we get stupider. But it doesn't have to be that way. Both can be much more intelligent. Another futurism is possible.
Important than pigeons, but also much, much stupider. Wild turkeys are seen as only slightly more dangerous.
A good security system, it just means that you've got one that works against everyone stupider than you. So both.
And then we have more stupid.
I was more stupid, and I started school with no English, and I just
And then you can have more friendly or friendlier. Friendlier.
And then we change the channel to watch something more friendly. This is the society that
But they're not more friendly towards one another because we're super.
What happens that ethnic studies is so much more friendly because ethnic.
And now they are doing things which are much.
And I think that there is a view that's like panpsychism, which would be much more friendly to that work on how to reconcile.
And then we have friendlier.
Be a little friendlier and nicer. And I like.
That's gonna take a little. It's gonna take a little bit. So.
Greater, friendlier collaboration on social media.
Okay, so as you can see, you can say, you know, both ways are accepted and used. Okay, so you decide. But this is just my opinion. Jack is friendlier. Jack is more friendly than his sister. Entonces vamos a dejarlo hasta aquí. Lo que quiero que hagas es que me escribas una oración con cada una de las palabras que están aquí. A estas les vas a agregar ER. Estas dos las puedes usar con ambas. Y a estas les vas a agregar more. More pleasant, more common, more handsome. Crueler, politer. No sé, igual creo que me suena mejor decir more polite. Ok, ambas maneras. Simpler or more simple. And then narrower, more narrow. Ok. Una oración por cada palabra en tu libreta, in your notebook. And then you take a photo and send it on Telegram. Opcionalmente puedes completar las actividades en Canvas también. Esta nada más. But that's optional. So I'd like you to write these sentences. I actually want you to write these sentences. So if you have any questions, you can text me on WhatsApp and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.